What's your take on multiracial whiteness?
Excuse me?
Multiracial whiteness they're talking about in this Washington Post article.
What is the article about?
To understand Trump's support, we must think in terms of multiracial whiteness.
Oh,
The attraction of Trump
who said
for
this?
Latino voters is the promise of multiracial
Who said this?
whiteness. Washington Post.
No, but I mean, like, is it like did a politician say this, or just an opinion article? Like, what is
It's an
this?
opinion article in the Washington Post.
What is it called?
Someone shared it on Twitter. Here, I'll
What is it
tag
called?
you in it. It's called something I looked up on Twitter.
Noel Campbell sent me. I'll check it on Twitter. The 5 most obvious facts of fraud in the 2020 election. Awesome. I'll check it out. I'll add it to the list.
I need to go
bookmark a tweet.
I need to go. I need to eat some ice cream.
Gotta get some ice cream. To understand Trump's support, we must think in terms of multiracial whiteness. Oh my God. The Trump administration's anti-immigration, anti-civil rights stance has made it too easy to classify the president's loyalists as a homogeneous mob of white nationalists, homogenous. But take a look at the FBI's poster showing people wanted in the insurrectionist assault on the U.S. Capitol. Among the many white faces are a few that are clearly Latino or African American. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. I like how they use a picture of one of the, what are they called? The Po Boys?
Proud Boys?
The Proud Boys? Yeah.
Po Boy?
The Po Boys?
That's a sandwich from Louisiana, my friend.
Okay.
Adam's getting hungry. He's like, I want me a po' boy.
I can't
Po' boys are
stop thinking
fucking
about
good.
food. After we talked for an hour about candy and
remember
ice
them
cream and stuff.
Remember them shrimp po' boys, Adam?
Oh my God, yeah.
Fucking tasty shit.
So they've got a guy who looks like a black guy wearing a shirt that says American supremacist. That's exactly the culture right there.
That's the Proud Boys leader, Enrique Tarrio.
Yeah. American supremacist.
Is
that bad? Is it bad to be an American supremacist? I don't know. AOC sounds like maybe she's one.
Let's continue this article. I want to see what they're saying.
The
Such diversity highlights the fact that President Trump's share of the Latino vote in November actually rose over 2016, notwithstanding years of incendiary rhetoric targeting Mexicans and other Latino communities. Yes, Trump's voters and his mob are disproportionately white, but one of the more unsettling exit poll data points of the 2020 election was that 1/4 to 1/3 of Latino voters voted to re-elect Trump.
Scary.
And while the vast majority of Latinos and overwhelming majority of African-American voters supported the Biden-Harris ticket and were crucial to its success, many Black and brown voters have family and friends who fervently back the MAGA policy agenda, including its delusions and conspiracy theories. One of the organizers of the Stop the Steal movement is Ally Alexander, a Trump supporter who identifies as Black and Arab. Oh my God. The chairman of the neo-fascist Proud Boys is Enrique Tarrio, a Latino raised in Miami's Little Havana who identifies as Afro-Cuban. When he arrived in Washington for January 6 March, he was arrested for allegedly burning a Black Lives Matter banner taken from a Black church the month before.
Wow. Total traitor to his race.
What are we to make of Tarrio? What are we to make of him? Wow, that sounds weird. And more broadly, of Latino voters inspired by Trump. And what are we to make of unmistakably white mob? Oh God, what are we to make of unmistakably white mob violence? So they're classifying the riot as racially oriented.
As white mob violence.
White mob violence. And they
Pretty
capitalize the white. That also includes non-white participants. It's so funny. It's like an event happens that should make them reevaluate their view of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But do they?
No, of course
they
not.
Say, maybe I was wrong?
No.
Fuck no.
Nobody says they're wrong. Not even Sitch.
No. Except I did. I just did this.
Oh, you did? Yeah, never mind.
That's true. Okay, but let's see. I want to see their justification. I call this phenomenon multiracial whiteness. The promise that they, too, can lay claim to the politics of aggression, exclusion, and domination.
I don't understand how they can do that. Like, if they're saying white people are somehow genetically predisposed towards aggression and domination, like, how is this any different than the
Well,
race realists that are against black people?
I'll keep reading, but on its onset, that doesn't make any sense because you're going to say, wait a minute, if minorities wanted to lay claim to the politics of aggression, exclusion, and domination, that's not the Trump side for minorities. So I don't know what the fuck this guy is talking about. Before Trump, conservatives seeking to appeal to Latinos typically embraced the politics of conservative multiculturalism. Politicians such as George W. Bush reached out to Latino voters by showing a familiarity with their language and history. That's what you were talking about. Emphasizing the values of diversity and inclusion, depicting Latinos as a distinct and valuable part of America's democratic mosaic. Why can't I say this word now? Mosaic. Thank you. That's conservative multiculturalism connected Latino culture to Republican values, emphasizing conservative approaches to faith, patriotism, and the traditional family. Trump, by contrast, knows nothing of the history of Latinos in the United States and rarely even pretends to find value in Latinos' distinct identities. Rather than offering his non-white voters recognition, Trump has offered them multicultural whiteness. Maybe Latinos don't feel like they have some distinct identity that needs to be separate from other Americans. Did that ever like enter your mind? Right? Not everyone conceptualizes their identity around race or ethnicity.
Yeah.
But it didn't even occur to this person. Rooted. How long is this article? Oh, it's not much longer. I hate like those newspapers where like you scroll a little bit and the article's done, but you have to scroll like 10 more scrolls down, so you think the article just goes on forever.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't. Anyway. Oh no. I just saw blood drinking pedophiles.
In the article?
Rooted in America's ugly history of white supremacy, dispossession and anti-blackness, Native American dispossession and anti-blackness. Multiracial whiteness is an ideology invested in the unequal distribution of land, wealth, power, and privilege, a form of hierarchy in which the standing of one section of the population is premised on the debasement of others. Multiracial whiteness reflects an understanding of whiteness as a political color and not simple racial identity, a discriminatory worldview in which feelings of freedom and belonging are produced through the persecution and dehumanization of others. Holy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
To be clear, this piece of shit, this racist, fucking disgusting piece of shit.
Uh-oh. Sitch is getting triggered.
Okay. They created the term multiracial whiteness. And their definition of the term multiracial whiteness is a discriminatory worldview in which feelings of freedom and belonging are produced through the persecution and dehumanization of others.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's just woke right there. That's social justice right there.
But that's what I was talking about earlier when I made the joke about, when I say whiteness, I don't mean white people. I mean, white people are evil, but I'm not actually saying white. Like, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Such a fucking vile, disgusting piece of shit to call that whiteness.
Well, the wokesters are dehumanizing white people. That's their whole shtick. That's how they unite. They're describing themselves.
The Washington Post published this disgusting racist propaganda.
Multiracial whiteness is literally social justice.
I know, it's insane.
Yeah.
And also their theory doesn't even make sense.
Nah, it's complete malarkey, but I don't care,
Because if minorities wanted, the unequal distribution of land, wealth, and power and privilege, you'd be on the woke left side because they're all about, that's like their bread and butter, is that they want to flip the hierarchy.
If they want to fight income inequality and wealth inequality and that kind of thing, which is something I'm completely sympathetic for, but I kind of don't understand why you want to turn that into a race thing. Seems like maybe
That's really gross.
there's a lot of white people that don't necessarily like the extreme wealth inequality that we're experiencing.
Multiracial whiteness promises Latino Trump supporters freedom from the politics of diversity and recognition. For voters who see the very act of acknowledging one's racial identity as itself racist, okay, the politics of multiracial whiteness reinforces their desired approach to be colorblind individualism.
Oh my God, they're attacking colorblindness again.
And individualism. Is this not, this is fucking foul. In the politics of multiracial whiteness, anyone can join the MAGA movement and engage in the wild freedom of unbridled rage and conspiracy theories. So, whiteness is not only being associated with the persecution and dehumanization of others, but also with individualism and colorblindness. So, wow, this is multiracial whiteness offers citizens of every background the freedom to call Muslims terrorists, demand that undocumented immigrants be rounded up and deported, deride Black Lives Matter as a movement of thugs and criminals, and accuse Democrats of being blood-drinking pedophiles. Here, the politics of exclusion, violence, and demonization are available to all. Okay, you fucking dumb piece of shit. This person's complaining about the politics of demonization, and they've literally labeled whiteness.
Yeah, demonizing white people.
As an idea about persecuting and dehumanizing others. Like, are you fucking out of your mind?
Yeah.
Are you insane?
The whole article
This person
is
evil.
dehumanization.
This person is literally fucking evil.
Yeah. Evil.
Jesus Christ.
Terrible.
What a racist piece of shit.
And they write for the Washington Post.
Well, no, they're not. They're just an op-ed. This is Christina Beltran, an associate professor in New York University's Department of Social and Cultural Analysis.
She probably has lunch with Jonathan Haidt. She's at the same university.
Oh my God. She's written 2 books: The Trouble with Unity, Latino Politics and the Creation of Identity.
God. The Trouble with Unity.
And then that was 10 years ago. The book she wrote last year was Cruelty as Citizenship, How Migrant Suffering Sustains White Democracy. Oh my God.
Wow.
What a piece of shit this lady is. Fuck you. You racist fucking bigot. God. Disgusting.
Yeah, terrible.
I see what people on Twitter said about her articles. Anyone insightful piece. Great piece. Thank you. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
That'll drive you crazy. You can't just dig into that.
Crazy.
You should follow her. Respond to some of her tweets. See how long it takes before you get blocked.
So I'm glad to see like the most liked comments under it are all comments attacking the piece. Is fucking stupid.
Oh,
so
okay,
that's
good.
At least there's that.
The normies don't like being pitted against one another. It's like, geez, we just want to, eat tacos and hang out.
Right.
It's like, we don't want to go to war over this, like, race baiting nonsense.
Why are the comments disabled on this article? I want to leave a comment on this fucking article.
Oh, really?
It says comments are not available in the story. They're at the Washington Post. We value upholding civil dialogue around the news of the day. We're currently experiencing a high volume of comments. So there you go. Because people were like, read this and I'm like, are you fucking insane? You're literally just fucking publishing like insane racist garbage.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anyways, thanks for that.